To start training directions, what can be really helpful is placing out three marker posts. What I've used here are three football stab in the ground posts with upside down cones. You're then going to take a food bowl and pop a piece of food in it, just a singular piece. You're then going to go and place that food out at one of the cones. Return to your dog, reward them for sitting, and take a step back and cast them out to that food bowl place. You can use a place board for this as well to encourage your dog to sit at a certain spot, but you don't have to. Now, once you've gone round and done all three locations, you can then stop using the food bowl. The important bit about this exercise is that we reward the bits that our dogs struggle with. So if it's the stay that your dog struggles with, then you need to make sure that when you're returning to your dog after placing your food bowl out, that you reward them heavily for that. The other thing as well is that you can hear me using my whistle, and so once the dog's been cast out, they've got the food, they're coming back, I'm using my whistle as a recall to get Jack to come back. The other thing as well is that once your dog is sat on the place board, that you take a couple of steps back, lift your arm up in the air, and you're really clear about your signals, whether it's a go back, a right, or a left. Take a moment to hesitate here, that will help you out. Good lad. Good. The next step is to remove the food bowl completely. So what you then do is after a few reps with the food bowl, you take that away and you then go and place the food out in your upturned cones. This is really important that we don't skip this step, because if we do, what ends up happening is your dog starts to anticipate, or they start to just go around free hunting, and we don't want that. But once you've done the food bowl section, then move on to this and be quite methodical about it. The next step is to increase the distance. So pick up your sticks and the kern and move them out. Now, what's really important about this is that we pace out how big we're going. The reason why we increase the distance but don't remove the kerns and the sticks yet is so that we as handlers have got a visual orientation, but also so that we're not changing too many criteria at a time for the dog. The other thing as well is that if we started to skip this step and we went to placing out multiple pieces of food, we could get a dog who just starts to free hunt. What we're really wanting, and you can see from this video, is that our dogs go out, they come back. They go out, they come back. And this is really important in directions, because if they go out and then decide that they're going to go and do something else, then that's the dog making a decision which actually could land them in a bit of trouble if they were going to go out. Now, for this last section, I've taken away the sticks in the ground, but I've left the kerns down. The reason why they're upside down is because they sort of act a little bit like a food bowl. But again, we're taking away that visual orientation from us slowly but surely so that we can tell exactly where we've placed the food. But it's really important that we get that out, back in, out, back in. I've also placed out food in each one of those kerns. You can build this up nice and slowly. You can build this up at your own pace. But if your dog starts to go around and just take each piece of food when it likes, you need to go back a step. The last bit to this exercise is to actually start using toys. So instead of treats, start placing toys out. And I suggest you do place them out rather than throw them because some dogs are really, really triggered by movement. So what you need to do is take a toy, place it out, go back to your dog, reward them for staying, and then cast them. Increase that to two, and your rights and your lefts are easier than throwing a dummy over the back of your dog. So, rights and lefts can make it a little bit easier. Then go to adding in your go back one. Then go to doing all three, and then from there you can take away the place board if you've been using one, and then from there you should be able to start increasing distance. But remember to reward your dog for staying, because if that's the bit that they find difficult, we need to keep rewarding for that. If your dog's really triggered by movement, place your toys out, don't throw your toys out. But good luck, enjoy training this one. It's a really nice, fun exercise.